Okay, so we had a little technical difficulty there, but I was on the 76 hundredths, so I'm going to put 76 in the, or six, I'm sorry, 67 hundredths. I'm going to put the 67 in the hundredths place, move it over, and I'm going to have 6/10, 7 hundredths. So I'm going to go to my 6/10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 67. Right? So then down here we're going to do it with our mixed numbers. So that means we have a whole number, or we have a fraction that could be a whole number. So let's again do the numbers that are easiest for us to do first. So 8. Oh. So if I look at the commas properly, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, and then 8/10 is 1. Okay? So I'll start with my 8 and 1/10, which is just right here. Then I'm going to do my 8 and 27 hundredths. So again, you can just draw yourself a little place by your chart here. And you have 87 hundredths. So you're going to move that over to the tens place. So you have I take that back. We have 27. So you move the 2 over so that here you have 8 and 27 hundredths, which is 2/10, 7 hundredths. So we have 8, 2/10. I'm sorry, we have 8, 2/10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. So I'm going to say that again, just to make sure it's clear. I have 27 hundredths, so I put my 27 in the hundredths place. I move my 2 over, so now I know I have 2/10 and 7 hundredths. So I start with 8, and I go to 2/10, and then I move to 7 hundredths. So this is 8 and 27 hundredths. So I got that one crossed out. So now I have 82. So what I have left is 82/10 is one of them that I have left. So now I have to determine what this actually equals, because it has to equal something with 8. So if I say I wanted to see what 82 is, if I go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, that's 8 wholes, and I have 2 left over, or 2/10 left over. So I have 8 wholes and 2/10 left over. So I have 8 wholes and then 2/10 left over. So 82 over 10 is 8 and 2/10. You see how I just drew a picture for myself? These are, like, I would imagine these are being the wholes. Okay. And I made 8 of them, and I know that 8 equals 80. And then if I take 82 minus 80, I have 2 left over. Now, let's do the same thing with this hundreds, though. Is how many squares are in a group? 100. So I could do the same thing. So I could say 100, 100, 300, 400, whoops, 500, 600, 700, 800. And if I take 832 minus 800, I end up with 32. So I'm going to say I have 8 and 3200. Okay. So then I need to know that I can go to the 8. And then if I put my 3200, move my 3 over, I have 3/10 and 2 hundredths. So 8, 3/10, 2 hundredths. We have 8 and 32 hundredths. Let's do it one more time together. So I'm looking for something that I have that's in common. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in brackets so I can see them a little bit better. Okay. So then I have, oops, I cut off my 13 there. So I have 13 and 12 hundredths. And the reason I am just showing you how you can just do a little number. You don't have to have a fancy number or a fancy place value chart or a number line for yourself to do this, but I want you to see over and over. If you can do it in your head, great. You don't have to draw this little thing. Remember, these little strategies I show you are just to help you. You don't have to do them. All right, so let's start with this one. So I have 12 in the hundredths. I move that over, so I have 1/10. So I have 13, 1/10, and 2 hundredths. So 1, 2. So 13, 1/10, 2 hundredths. All right, I'm going to skip this one for a second. I'm going to go to 13 ones and 3 tenths. Okay, well that says it spells it out pretty clearly. So I have 13, 1/10, 2 tenths, 3 tenths. All right, here I have 3 hundredths. So I have 13. Do I have any tenths? No. But I have 1, 2, 3 hundredths. So 13, 3 hundredths. This one right here, I'm going to put the 21 in the hundredths place, move that over. So I have 13, 2 tenths, and 1 hundredths. So 13, 2 tenths, 1 hundredths. 13, 2 tenths, 1 hundredths. Then the last one is this one I have to tackle. So I have 130 over 10. So if I have 10 tens, I have 100, right? So 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 3 is 30. If I add 130 together, I get 130. So I had 10 and 3. I multiplied 10 times 10 and 10 times 3. 10 and 3. That's how I got these two numbers, right? So if I add 10 plus 3, I get 13. So 130 over 10 is 13. Now, you could also do it with division. So you could do 130, 10. So 10 goes into 13 one time. Bring down your 10, 3, bring down your 0, 30. What times 10 is 30? Well, 3 times 10 is 30. We haven't done a lot of division, so I don't expect you to be able to do that. But you should be able to come up with a decomposed version like this. If you want to do 130 and you wanted to do 10, because remember this that we did before, you'd have to do that 13 times, but it would work. Okay? All right, again, if you have any questions, review the video first. If you don't have anybody that can help you or you don't see the answer in the video, then you know how to contact me. Thanks.